live. Cool. I just want to do a quick test run on Proving Grounds just to make sure nothing. It's just controls. Cool. We should be okay then with the window where it is. Beautiful. Good. Oh, we have a viewer. Interesting. Share. Just a moment. I'm just setting up, guys. So I will be starting very shortly. Alright, we've got a live chat. All right. Let's begin play then, shall we? I have everything I believe I need. Alright. Just going to go through, see what I need records for, because I accidentally didn't save last time. I'll go for an easy one. So, to unlock Ultimate Race, I just need to complete some tracks. Put some times on the board. You know, complete tracks. Oh, rip me. Really, I'm just struggling with this first corner. It's not normally a track I really have a lot of issues with, but it is easy to make mistakes. Oh, no. That's my fault. I was not paying attention because I was looking at something else that I need to bring up. Just wanted to bring my records up just so they're actually on screen. that was entirely my fault. I'm on the wrong screen. Looks like that's still playable though. It's just not the best open. Not the best starting time, but sometimes going a little slower isn't the worst. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hold it together, that's alright. Sorry. Out of instinct, I put myself into reverse then, because that way if I went off the edge, I could reverse myself to a stop. It's just an instinctual thing I do now, just because I played this game to the point of doing that. Yes, I would love to do Ultimate Race. Unfortunately, since I didn't... That was pro. I didn't mean that, but that was pro. Unfortunately, since I didn't save when I beat all the tracks in that one sitting, I haven't got Ultimate Race unlocked anymore because I have to beat all the tracks still. And as you can see, I'm just having difficulty with that. I need to beat 6 more realms. Fog's meant to be one of the easier ones. I think I did Storm earlier. Water, I could probably do. This is a simple one. Ice Realm is actually one of the easier ones. Let's do Ice Realm. Sorry, I prefer the other cover light just because it looks nicer. But yeah, Ultimate Race is exactly what I will be doing the moment I finish these. Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree. It does get very stressful. It is a very high learning curve. So it's very hard to get to a point where you are comfortable. But, you know, it happened. Like, you'll get there eventually. It's something you've got to really put a lot of time into to try and figure out. It's a very punishing game. For example, I was just punished. I had to do it, man. Like, I got 100 subs on here and like 4 on Twitch. So like, why would I not stream on YouTube? I may as well like try and make the most of my subs. And you know, people are enjoying the content that I've been putting out, so I may as well do it. Like, if people enjoy it, I'm enjoying it. Like, I wanted to play the game today anyway. So, oh, no. Alright, so there is a cheating way to do this track, so I'm just going to do the cheating way. Yeah. The Tara out. The reason I wasn't doing it originally is because I don't want to beat my record time with it. Because then I've got to try and beat whatever ridiculous time I get using the cheat way. But if it's just to unlock Ultimate Race, I don't mind. As long as it takes me more than... Yeah, I'm definitely the best at this game. Absolutely. I wouldn't say I'm the best. I'd say I'm second or third. Me and Luffy are very even. Yeah, so me and Luffy are pretty much even in this game. And then there's Zoma, and Zoma's just insane. Like, I don't understand how Zoma is able to get the times he does. And then, like, I watch back on his streams and I don't know what he's doing differently. He's just driving faster. Oh, that's wild, man. I would love... Like, this has got multiplayer on it now. It's pretty basic multiplayer. Lag is an issue. But, honestly, I'd love to, like, play with people. Yeah, just sinking through the ground. That's fine. I should just stop and check my Google Drive document just to see what time I got when I previously did this track, so I just make sure I don't beat it, because beating it while cheating is just not ideal. I'm going to use that opportunity to check what my ice time is. It is a 4:03, so I just got to not beat that. So take my time. I hate that the moment you brake on this track, your car just goes into full lock and slides. You've actually got to accelerate if you want to steer at that point. If you don't have a certain amount of speed, you can't actually steer the car. You can't brake and then turn because your car just has no traction. Honestly, I have no issue with the handling. Like, these cars are doing hundreds of kilometers an hour most of the time. That's why it's hard to handle the cars, is because you're going excessively fast. Like, I don't expect this car to be able to turn at 100 kilometers an hour on ice. He's already put ballistic in, so I would expect that the World Race cars will come into it. Diora 2 is in it, but it's in the Teku paint job. Slingshot, again, in the Teku paint job. And Roadrunner is also in the game in the Maniacs paint job. So yeah, definitely the World Race cars will come into it. I think someone's working on Crazy 8s at the moment, but it's a hard model to make. Oh no, what time did I just get? I wasn't paying attention to the clock. That's a 4:23, that's fine. Saved. Alright, as long as I remember to save it every time. What track next? That one's fine, fine. So we've got cliffside, water, swamp, desert. Desert's an easy one. I'm going to do desert. Unless anyone has any preferences. Desert is just all about track knowledge. So as long as you know the track, you're fine. It's not a hard one to do. You just got to like really pay attention to what you're doing. Yeah, swap next. That sounds great. I should theoretically be able to do this in one go. It's probably the easiest track in the game. Like, a lot of people, at first, people were like, yeah, this is the hardest track. But Cat did some adjustments to it, and once you've actually learnt the path, it is definitely the easiest. It's a very forgiving track. You can make a lot of mistakes. Obviously RDO 7, it's completely undrivable. So, but that's not really a car, it's more of a motorbike. So that's definitely a bad one there. Most of the drones have some like terrible stats on them. I find synchro flips a little too easy. Like, there's a lot of bad cars in this game, honestly. The trucks are both abhorrent. The sweeper's fine. Sweeper is beautiful. I love it. It drives really well for what it is. It drives exactly how I want it to. However, yeah, the highway hauler and what's the other one? The kamikaze semi. Just terrible, terrible. Especially the kamikaze semi. It's the worst of the two. Generally, I only think like 5 or 6 cars. Well, there's less than 10 viable cars in the game. Oh, that was an no! If you're not in too deep, you can nitrox your way out, but that's on me. I cut that corner. I'll do swamp because we wanted swamp. So swamp sounds great. Yeah, I know, right? Like, oh, this is the easiest track in the game. Watch me just drive off of it. Yeah, this is great. My biggest issue with Swamp is its loading time is terrible. And that's because it's a massive, massive map. I'm just going to lower my... Oh, that's already down. Let's just lower these a little bit. Oh. Okay. That might make it load a little faster. We'll see. I'm going to switch to off-road tyres now. That loaded much quicker, so that's good. Ah! Terrible driver. This track becomes so much easier when you've got the off-road tyres. I don't actually know the fastest route for this track yet. I know the portal is rightwards, so I just go right every time. I don't know why I'm quitting, as if like it matters. Like the time isn't the most important thing in the world. I just should be finishing. Should be focusing on just finishing the tracks rather than trying to get like some ridiculous time. The first corner is a bit of a bitch. I really do enjoy this track. It's one of the better ones to drive on, honestly. It's a very smooth track. It's very nice corners and everything like that. Overall, it's very great for the majority. There is a couple of small issues with it, but like I'll get into that when I approach one. That's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. I can get back on the track because I'm in a Teku car. I just need to find the track. Christ. I hate how hard it is to see. There we go. Now I can kind of see better. That looks like a rock that'll get me back on track. If I'm not a nugget, I'll get back on track. This is not ideal. Oh, there's a hill right here that I should have just taken in the first place. I missed it. That's great. Oh no. He does it. There we go. Nothing's impossible if you just have nitrox. Alright, and then there's the second split here. So that's one of the best things about Swamp Realm for especially new players, is that you can easily get back to... I've gone the wrong way. This is one of the problems with this track. I cannot drive through this. There is no way there. He does want to add the Accelerachargers. It's just a matter of getting them in game. Oh my god, I've hit that tree too. What is these tree models? So yeah, the Accelerachargers will eventually come in, but he's got so many more important things to focus on, like completing all the cars, completing all the realms. So until there's all the realms, there's no point adding Accelerachargers. I think we have a lot more important fish to fry than small power-ups. I do want to see them in the game. He does want to add hyperpods, but again, it just comes down to making the game function before he adds more
complications. He's got some big update coming, I think, this weekend. So expect something from that. Absolutely. I love the car handling. Like, you're going extremely fast. Like, I'm currently doing 200 kilometers an hour. That's faster than I've ever been in real life. I'm no expert on what happens if you sharply turn left at 250 kilometers an hour, but I'm pretty sure you spin. I'm pretty sure you lose control of your vehicle. So as long as you manage your controlling with just like little taps, like I can turn fine at this speed as long as I take it easy. But as soon as I do something ridiculous like turn sharp, then obviously I'm going to spin out. I'm doing 300. Like, and a lot of people seem to have trouble just understanding that. But yes, I personally am a big fan of the controlling. So, yeah. But yeah, I understand. A lot of people, when I first got into the game, when I first started playing it, I hated it. I thought it was too difficult. I was like, what kind of jank is this? Yeah, I was like, what kind of garbage is this? Why is it so difficult? Why am I so bad at this? It's because I'm in off-road tires. Yeah, so I thought it was a terrible game when I first started it because I just didn't understand it. Yeah, it's so much fun once you actually understand what you're doing and you start realizing that these mistakes aren't, like, you can see that some mistakes do happen and they're purely the game's fault. But a lot of the time, the majority of the time, the mistakes you make are your own fault. And it's because it doesn't feel like you're doing, like, it doesn't feel like I'm currently going 500 Ks. But I am. Like, that's how the car is responding. If anything, like, the car shouldn't be able to turn as well as it does at the speeds it's going. Cliffside Realm is one of those ones you've kind of got to take slower. That one's a much more punishing one. But I feel like the biggest challenge on that entire realm is just the loop and the monotony of it. So with Cliffside, you're constantly repeating and turning and turning and turning. And it's very easy to get tired of it and start just wanting it to hurry up and be over. So you go faster. You become a little more reckless. And you just make yourself more prone to mistakes because you're on Cliffside for so long. And it's not that it's a very long track. It's just that it's just turns. There's nothing but turns. And it has so many corners constantly that you just get sick of it. And, like, that's just part of the driving challenge to it, I believe. Alright, let's not make that mistake I made last time. Yeah, so if you turn off skid marks, the game won't crash. So just turn off skid marks. You won't have any crashing issues with the game, because the game actually does have problems if you have too many skid marks on the track. I usually, if I'm going for like speed runs or anything, I turn them off entirely. And we're gonna show off a little shortcut I've got on this one. It's still technically on track, so it doesn't actually count as cutting, but it's just that little bit faster. That was entirely my fault. Just poor driving. I always cut that corner a bit too much. The one time I did it perfectly, I put myself in the sand. It was a great run. Done everything perfect. Did that corner like on a godly level, and then just put myself in the sand. But yeah, so this track is just track knowledge. That's all that matters. Once you've learnt the track, it just becomes such a breeze. Now that I've said that, I'm guaranteed to put myself in the sand. Yeah, exactly. It's something that a lot of people aren't aware of. I was just more or less going around and testing things, and I found it. Now, this is the one hard part of the track, in my opinion, and that's because it is so easy to lose your bearings just on this one hill. So I always slow down for this hill because it is so easy to just lose which way is which. And then once you see the pillar, you're good. You're golden. Providing you see the right pillar. I don't think there's any other ones around here, though. So yeah, that's the most common corner that I make mistakes on, because like if you just lose your bearing on that corner, you just come off. It's not really a lot you can do. You don't want to have too much speed going through here. I know I still got a lot of nitrox left over, so I'm trying to use it up, but if you have too much speed, you will lose control. This car is just veering because of the speed. Alright, so I just reverse nitrox there just to slow my stuff down a bit because I don't want to miss this. 4:36:58. That's not even close. Not even close to my record, so yeah. Yeah. It did take Cat a bit to fix that up to make it a little easier, because at first the first pillar wasn't there originally. It was just the second pillar, which just made things worse. Let's go to main menu. Let's save. So I've got 3 more tracks to do to unlock Ultimate Race. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I only need 3 of the 5 remaining tracks. So we've got Cliffside, Water, Fog, Sound, and Sky. I feel like this is the wrong car for it. So for whatever track I'm doing, don't use this. Let's do Sound Realm. I personally prefer Metalloid purely for the magnets. But hey, out of those remaining ones, feel free to let me know what you want to see next. Whew. No, I'm not using Power Rage. You're right. That's the worst car in the game. Power Rage. Terrible car. Alright. There's a kind of cheeky way to do this track, and I'm going to do it. There's no point trying to like fight the initial boost. You come out of that too fast, and the track just isn't wide enough for it. I personally think that these bits are just too small. They need to be bigger. That's my opinion on that part. Oh no. So yeah, all these sections, the track just needs to be wider. Like, it starts out really wide, and that's nice, but it just doesn't get wide enough. And if it did, beautiful track. Easily one of my favorites if it just performed. It is a sick map because the track moves in beat with the music, but it just doesn't quite work out big enough. Fog with Power Rage. Alright, I'll do Fog with Power Rage after this. After the light show. Look, as long as you're not making me do Ice with Power Rage, because I refuse to try that again. What was it? Ice with Power Rage in first person was a challenge that was put out. Nearly lost that there. That was quite terrible. No! Alright, Fog with Power Rage. Let's just do that first. Yeah, Ice with Power Rage, and it was first person only. And the previous Power Rage had a terrible first person. You couldn't actually see. Oh, this is Sky. I just accidentally did Sky with Power Rage. Let's go. Let's do it. When I leave, I'll swap to Fog. When I there we go. This car sucks ass. Oh. Why is this car What is the steering on this thing? This is terrible. Cat, please. Just delete this car. It's a shit car in the movies. It's shitter car in the game. Jeez, no wonder Vert blew this up. Christ. Ooh. Like, I'm starting to get a little bit more handle on the car, but it is just terrible. It's so bad, and I don't know how I'm going to do with the loop. Because this car sucks at loops. Yeah, exactly. I already want to fucking throw this into a mountain and blow it up. Going for the record. I struggle to believe that we could beat Water Realm in this in under 10 minutes, in under half an hour. That's right. Vert was going to beat it in half an hour. I don't believe that that's physically possible. Even in this game where the track is only a 3-minute track. Just not going to Nitrox. As long as I don't Nitrox, I'll be okay. Immediately Nitroxes. This thing is just trash. The slightest bit of steering and it just swerves. So, anyone complaining about, like, physics issues and handling issues, maybe they just play with this. Maybe this is their problem. They're just picking the wrong car. It's like, yeah, Power Rage was the car that Vert used. This is cool. It's an easy unlock, I think. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. The Hyperpod drove the track for him. The fact that he was still taking half an hour when Tara could do it in 10 minutes just proves that these drivers are not very good. Like, well, Vert's not very good. Like, it's a 10-minute track. How is half an hour such a good time? Acceleracers Austria. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, they're supposed to be amazing drivers, so, like, I understand everything. Like, I understand that what they're doing is probably just as hard as this. Just they're in real cars and their lives are actually on the line. Well, except for the EDR. That kind of... to get out of jail free card kind of defeats the purpose of it all. I did it! Ha! Eat it. What was that time? A 4:03. Where is it? My best is 30 seconds faster. So. Oh. Alright. I want to skip Sky altogether because it's just a shit track. Metalloid. Flathead Fury on what? I didn't expect to succeed. Honestly, like, that car was terrible. And considering I was failing that track with reverb at the start of the stream, I thought I'd really have a lot more trouble than I did. So what track? We got Flathead Fury. What do we want? Okay. Well, we'll try sound again. Fucking hate the start. The start is so bad. The link should be in the description. That'll take you to Cat's trailer. And you should be able to get it from there. Just feel like driving in a metal car. So yeah, there is a link to... Oh my fucking god, I hate my life. I don't even hate the track, I love the track. Let's go. Easier track. Ooh, this is a good chance to test the theory. Do I fall faster when metal? No, I do not. Yes, hello. There is a stream going with the camera on. The time? 3:42.
You need to make a phone call.
Do I? Oh, yes. Alright, guys. I'm going to BRB and come back to this in a few minutes. Oh, okay. Change tires to fall faster. Noted. Yeah, if you're still here when I get back, cool. If not, see you next time.